Alright, welcome back to part 33 of this Bugatti Bolide design. Alright guys, so in this tutorial we're gonna working on this top roof scope here and close up this section area here, and then hopefully we're gonna be able to do some other stuff as well. So to start with, we're gonna go back here and we're going to edit this spline here. So the way I'm doing it is so I click on the surface and then I click on the actual curvature and press edit sketch. Okay, and I just press space bar on my keyboard and it dropped me right in the front here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make this into a sharper corner and kind of go up in that direction. So if we have a look at the picture here, one of the pictures here, then we can see that it's actually a sharper corner, right? So let's get that to that point. So let's add some control points on here. So I want to add one here and maybe one here and then maybe one here. Okay, and just clicking an empty space and just grab onto these lines, and then I want to pull this to about here. I want to make that into, pull this a little bit back, pull this a little bit lower. This way is going to be sharp in that direction. And we just pull it back to about here. And create that straighter slope on that roof scope from here. So it's a straighter here, and we have a lot more sharper corner. Yeah, we can bring this down a little bit more and make it a little bit more sharper. Okay, and let's have a look what we got. Alright, so that looks a lot better. We have nice sharp corner now. Okay, and the second thing I want to do is I want to create a surface from between these two edges here. So let's go to surfaces and do a boundary surface with this line here and this line here. Of course, let's flip these connectors. Okay, and then press OK. Okay, so that's kind of okay, and we close that up very nicely. Alright, so the next thing I want to do, I want to extend these surfaces here. So let's go to surfaces and let's go to extend surface. So let's extend these edges here. Alright, so about that much. And then let me pull this back a little bit to about here, and we can make the linear same surface. There's not much difference between the two, so press OK. Alright, that looks good. And now I'm going to jump into the side view here, and I'm gonna jump up in my feature tree, and I'm going to bring up all these planes. So just want these planes to be shown, so we can click on them and move things around here. Alright, so let's make a sketch on this front plane, and then normal to profile. Okay, and I want to get a straight cut. Okay, a straight cut from about here in direction of that, like that. Okay, and if you jump back into surfaces and trim out this front end here. Okay. All right. So once we've done that, we have a nice roof scoop that leans onto the windshield, which actually we want, but not too much, right? Okay. And then let's make another sketch on the front plane and jump into the side view here. Okay. And let's convert this edge here. Let's see how far we can pull that. And pull it to about here. Okay, and then we're going to grab a simple line, and we're gonna come from this corner all the way up like that, and let's just trim out this piece here. And let's go back to surfaces and let's go trim that piece here. Okay, so let's go back into the sketch here and let's delete that sketch. Let's exit the sketch first. And let's delete that sketch. Okay, and then now let's jump and grab another sketch from this front plane, a new one. Okay, and let's grab it as spline, and then we're gonna go quite close to this windshield. We will try to be very close to it. Okay, like that. And we're gonna give this a little bit of profile, something like that. And we're just gonna move that line as close as possible. Okay, so that's close enough. And let's grab another line and let's bring it from here to here. Okay, exit the sketch and let's just trim out this here and this one. Let's jump to surface here quickly and let's trim that small piece on both sides. So let's select this one here on this side and let's select this piece here on this side. All right, so that's trimmed out very nicely. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to grab another 3D sketch. So 3D sketch, 3D spline, and I want to go from this corner point to this corner point. Okay, and I want to give this line a profile, of course, because we need to follow that windshield. So let's pull it up a little bit. So we won't touch the windshield when we create that surface. Okay, so exit the sketch. All right, so now let's jump back into surfaces and let's do a boundary surface between this edge and this edge here. And we're going to add our direction 2, which is this line here. All right, and our roof scoop is created. All right, so that looks good. Let's go to surfaces and trim and then make sure we knit these surfaces together. All right, so that looks good. Now it looks a lot better than before. All right, so at this point I want to save this project. Okay, so we save the project. Okay, and the second thing we're going to fix here is going to be this front arrow here because it's a bit too much, and we want to get something like this. So it's flat here and on this end, and it just curves up on the midsections. So let's create that. Okay, first we're gonna go and click on this surface, and we're gonna go just delete that, hopefully without any issue. You can do it. All right, it's good. And then we're gonna delete this curvature here. We don't need that. All right, that looks good, and it deleted that one as well. Okay, so let's grab a 3D sketch, 3D spline, of course, and we're gonna go from this point to this point. All right, and I want to be tangent with this line, so hold click on the edge, hold control, and click on this line and add our tangency. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side, so click on this line, hold control, click on this line, and add our tangency. Okay, so now we have a tangent line. Okay, and then we're gonna use this edge here to create a surface. All right, so exit the sketch here. And then we'll jump in the top quickly here. Of course, I like to work from left to right. So we're going to add our 3D curve, 3D sketch curve on the middle here to the edge. And we're gonna jump straight to the front. And then we're just going to click on this line and pull it up a little bit, and we are going to add a few spline points on them. So let's add a few spline points. One here, one here, one here, one here. Okay, and now let's click on that, and then let's add our control polygon and click on these control points. And what I want to do is I want to pull it up here. And first I want to pull some lines, some control points more on this side. So I want to pull it up to about here, and then make a nice curvature here. And I want to bring this down to about here. Something like that. Okay, and later we can come back and fix that. So let's all right, so once we have these things here, so let's exit the sketch, and later on we can come back in here and edit that sketch, of course. So let's try and create this surface here. So let's go to surfaces and do a boundary surface, and let's go from with this one. So let's clear the selections here and select this edge here and then this edge. And for direction 2, we're going to choose this sketch here, and then we're going to jump into the selection manager and select these. No, not that. So let's clear that one, clear selection. So let's do that again. All right, so let's select these edges here. Let's select this from edge first, and then this edge first, second. And for direction 2, we're going to select our curve that we just made. and hopefully this time. So if we jump into the selection manager here and just select these two small edges here and press OK, and then we have one more on the top to select, this line here. Alright, and let's have a look at the surface. Alright, so the surface looks a lot better than before. Of course we want this side here, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut half of it and mirror this side over to the other side. So to do that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna jump onto the top plane here. We're gonna make a sketch on the top plane, and then we're just gonna grab a line from the center here and bring it all the way up here and press escape. Let's jump to surfaces here and trim this side here, this end here, and press OK. Alright, and once we trim that, let's jump to the features here, and then not draft, but we're gonna grab a mirror, so mirror front plane, and then we're gonna select the bodies to mirror, and then we're gonna select this small body here, and then we'll mirror over to the other end. Alright, so that looks a lot better now, right, as you can see. Alright, so let's go ahead and knit them together with surfaces. And let's knit these two together with this one here. So that's 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. So now that is one surface. It looks a lot better than before. All right, so in the next tutorial, what we're going to do is we're going to create the windshield wipers and these bonnet inlets here. And we're getting very close to finishing the surfaces here almost, and get on the wheels, of course. And once we made the wheels, we're gonna get onto the mechanical parts here. All right, thanks very much for staying with me in this tutorial. See you in the next one. Bye.